everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. And today, I'm being joined by my little buddy.
Hello!
So, lots of new things happened. Very, very interesting times. As you might have noticed from various announcements that I've made around the place, I am now a community contributor, which
That's
is
really
awesome.
nice for you.
Yeah, thank you. Which is awesome. So, I actually now have a press account. And if you haven't seen my announcement video from when I was discussing the whole thing, the rules that I have set for myself for the press account, only premium ships that I don't actually have in my personal account. And
only you can use it on like real people battles?
Yeah, you don't get to play with my press account.
Only with bots.
Yeah, that you can do. Yeah. And what was I saying? Yeah, premiums only that I have in my personal account and tech tree ships that I have actually unlocked in my personal account. So I'm not going to be seeing me play the Yamato on my press account because I don't have the Yamato. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the Sirius.
Like, can you if you want to, but like not record it?
No, I'm not going to because I really don't want to spoil it for myself. Because I want to work myself up.
I'm the person that likes to spoil and have everything in the game, then I can just be OP.
Yeah, I know you are.
Kind of person.
Okay, let's go back to the Sirius. Sirius, a tier 6 premium British light cruiser. And she is one of the ships that I don't have. It's a Dido class light cruiser. She was built kind of as somewhat of an AA cruiser / destroyer hunter. She has quite a bit of gun turrets, actually 5 turrets with twin guns in them. They're 130 millimeters. And not all of the Siriuses were actually, not all of the Didos were actually getting the 5 turrets because they were a bit short of guns. The Dido class cruisers. And they were a bit short of guns at the time. So some of them only had 4. But the Sirius actually gets all 5. Now, she was quite busy in the Mediterranean in the Second World War. And she was involved in one battle where they were fighting the Italians and the German, who were trying to resupply the German army in Tunisia, I believe, in Northern Africa. So there was a convoy with troop ships going from Italy over there.
Why Tunisia, not like any other country?
Well, because that's at the time where they wanted to land and where they wanted to bring the troops to. Because the Germans were fighting there and the Italians were fighting there as well against the British. So the British actually sent out a bunch of these light cruisers to catch that convoy. And the convoy only had destroyers to protect it.
Why only? Oh, because everybody else needed to go to battle.
Sort of. So they had a bunch of destroyers and torpedo boats as escort for these troop ships. Which meant that the light cruisers were really making short work of them. They sunk all the troop ships and they were able to sink or severely damage pretty much all the destroyers and the torpedo boats. What this shows us is that the light cruisers were really good at killing destroyers. And that's kind of what these ships are in the game as well. So if we have a look at the game...
It's a very realistic game.
If we have a look...
And it teaches you a lot of history.
Well,
that's
what I'm trying to do. So if you look at this, the protection and armor is very, very thin. That's a typical tier 6 light cruiser.
Light cruisers don't have any armor. They're just like a piece of paper.
Paper for armor, yeah.
Paper for armor, yeah.
She's reasonably fast, very maneuverable.
How fast?
And she does about 35, I think with the consumables she does over 35 knots.
Oh, that's okay.
So... she is quite maneuverable, and the main guns, again, like I said, are actually 133 millimeter, not the 150 millimeter you get usually on light cruisers.
Which one is better, the lower or higher?
No, that depends what you're trying to do. But so let's say
nothing's supposed to do.
Well, when you're trying to sink destroyers, having 150 millimeter guns would actually have been better. But in return, she gets a lot of them because she has 10 133 millimeter guns.
That's impressive.
With a 7-second reload, about 400 damage on the high explosive and a bit over 400 on the armor piercing. Now, again, these are low caliber guns, so they're you really have to be careful with the armor piercing there because you can really only just use that against destroyers at very short range. If you're shooting...
What if you have like a battleship, which one do you use?
Then you would use the high explosive and would try to set fires because your armor piercing is just going to bounce. Even if you are aiming at, let's say, the bow section of a battleship, at this tier you're probably just going to bounce.
What if you're fighting against the exact same ship that you're fighting against?
We'll actually have a battle probably later to look at. She gets torpedoes with 2 triple launchers, so not a great amount of torpedoes. They are
it's kind of like the Campbelltown. No, the Campbelltown is more.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
But she gets the same, like similar British torpedoes to the Campbelltown, 6.3 kilometer range, and you can single fire them.
Well, is this British?
Yes, that's a British light cruiser.
Is it new or old?
Well, it's from the Second World War, so it's relatively old.
I didn't mean that. To the game, did it just come, or
right.
has it been there before?
No, the Sirius has been around for quite a while. I just have never managed to get her. The other thing that's special about the Sirius, she's a bit like the Atlanta at Tier 7, the American AA cruiser. Now, she's not a dedicated AA cruiser, but these 130 mils can run as dual purpose. So the large caliber AA is actually really good on this ship with 162.
Wait, what? Wait,
and
are you saying that the main guns can shoot in the air?
Yes, they can.
Oh!
Yeah.
Very impressive.
And she gets 4 Air Defense Alert 2 consumables. And at Tier 6, that is quite unique.
In the American ships, which tier did the ships start getting the...
Getting the Air Defense Alert?
Yeah. I think that was Tier 5? With the Omaha?
Did the Omaha have it already? Or was it the Dallas that got it first? I'm not quite sure. We can have a look quick. Let's have a quick look. Because I can't remember. Let's see. Omaha. Yeah, Omaha gets the Air Defense Alert. So you were right. It's the Omaha Tier 5. So she actually has a reasonably good AA. Now, I have tried the whole morning, literally, for I think 3 hours flat, to play a game where I'm playing up against a carrier. And I just haven't managed. I'm playing on the Southeast Asian server, actually, with the press account. Unlike the North American server where I'm with my private account. So don't be surprised if you're not seeing me there. Just because that's how we've set it up with Wargaming. And it's quite good because then it doesn't get confusing for people to see me play with either account. But either people don't like playing carriers on Southeast Asia, or I was just unlucky, but I really haven't managed. But let's go.
You really hate carriers, don't you?
No, I don't hate carriers. I'm just not very good at them. But the point is that this is an AA ship, and I wanted to see how it fares against the carrier.
Ship.
Yeah. So, modules, what have I put in there? I have put the main battery mod 1, because the turret traverse is absolutely dreadful. And if you're not boosting that, she easily outturns her own turrets.
You got a lot of silver and a lot of gold.
Yes, that's because it's the press account. I have the steering gear mod, because while she has just a 6.6 second turn time on stock, she actually needed a little bit of a boost for just the rudder shift to come in. And she did feel a bit sluggish for me, so I did put that in here instead of the acceleration. And the third one I put in speed, because on stock she was a little bit on the slow side with just over 30 knots. And I like
30 knots is fast to me.
Yes, but you're in a light cruiser. You do need to be able to open up the distance if you're getting shot at by a battleship, because you have no armor and they can kill you very quickly.
What I do? Oh yeah, that's a good point.
No?
Yeah, if you're getting shot by a battleship, don't even try to fight it. Just run.
Well, you can fight them, but you have to fight them from a distance.
You just gotta shoot and run, shoot and run, torp and run.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I have the improved crew rations in for improved reload time. I've got the maintenance pack for hit points.
Is that food?
Yes. That is food.
Why do they need food?
Because they're a crew on a ship, right? They need to eat something. And we've got the refined diesel for better speed and traverse.
Oh.
The captain that I've put in here, I've kind of set him up as a mid-tier captain.
Adrian Allen.
I have the underwater protection for and the torpedo alert just in the first slots. I have the artillery maintenance for just when you're playing a distance at the early ranges. I did put the air defense expert in, presuming that I would actually encounter carriers, which I haven't so far, but that will boost your AA even more. I've got the survivalist in, and the skill that you most definitely want to have in this ship is going to be the Mistweaver at tier 8, because you have 3 smokes on this ship. 3 smoke screens.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'll show you. It was back
This is
in...
definitely really similar to the Campbelltown.
Just that it's not a destroyer. And it's tier 6. See, you've got 3 smoke screens and 4 air defense alerts, which is...
smoke screens.
That is a lot of consumables. All right, let's go and have a battle or two.
Yeah.
So, we're top tier. We've got a Fuso, New Mexico, Normandy, Congo, a Graf Spee, another Sirius, and a Fubuki. So, we're going to have to watch out for that Fubuki, because we're a light cruiser, and hunting destroyers is what we do. We're playing on Aurora, and one place I really like to cover in Aurora is, well, it's the eastern side from this side of the map.
Why eastern?
So if you look there, like the direction I'm heading, you see it in a second. Oh, a lot of time, because we're cross-spawning, so a lot of times something like a sneaky destroyer like the Fubuki will try to sneak along. You see these islands I'm heading towards?
Yeah.
Yeah, oftentimes you'll find something like a Fubuki will try to sneak along these islands and not be detected, and then come towards our cap circle from behind and then torpedo all the battleships and try to capture the circle or something. So that's why I'm always trying to stay on this side. When I'm spawning on this point and I'm like in a cruiser, I'm trying to cover this and make sure that nobody sneaks through here. The rest of our team seems to be completely focused on the other side. So I'm pretty much on my own here.
If you're gonna go attack, like it's also the same if you're trying to go, say, like if you're trying to capture the other base, like you're supposed to capture the other base. That's another way that you can sneak around.
Yes, I could do the same sneaky bit, but right now we've got a Fuso spotted.
Is it Fuso?
There she is, yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna start opening up on her and smoke up and oh look who's there! There's another Sirius. So I'm switching over.
Serious.
Yeah, it's so serious. I'm switching over to the armor piercing.
Why armor piercing? Oh yeah, because
very light cruiser. So my 130 millimeters are actually going to do some damage. And look at his guns. He's not even looking at me.
He doesn't see you in the smoke.
He doesn't see me in the smoke. He doesn't notice me. I'm right in front of him.
You're
I'm
not even detected.
Well, I'm in the smoke, but he doesn't notice me. I'm not proximity detected yet.
This is so funny.
He's not paying attention. And here, have some torpedoes.
Eat some. Eat some of that.
And he's almost gone. He's still not noticing me. I can't even citadel him. Okay, so that guy's dead. He didn't know what had him. But there's the Fubuki. That's what I was talking about. The Fubuki is coming this way around. So now I have to...
You're supposed to destroy these destroyers.
Yeah, I have to chase the Fubuki. But that means I have to give broadside to the Fuso, and that's going to hurt.
Ow.
But I have no choice, because if that Fubuki takes out the New Mexico, then he can... yeah, that was half my health gone. Yeah.
That's a kind of a funny run that I said like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Destroy a destroyer.
Yeah. So Fuso is out of torpedo range.
Oh no.
But we need to deal with the Fubuki. But it looks like the Fubuki has potato because he's spotted.
Potato.
He's super close to that New Mexico and he's under fire from pretty much everybody. He's on fire.
How much health is the New Mexico?
He seems to not have taken a lot of torpedoes and actually took him out. So well done. Which means we can get back to the Fuso. So the Fuso is just kind of stopped there and seems to be shooting at other people. Or is he reversing? Yeah, but he's definitely not shooting at me. Yeah, he seems to be reversing.
You are detected by who?
Because I'm shooting, so my spotting range is or my visibility range is pretty large. So I'm detected by the Fuso and as well by that New Mexico. So
I thought detected mean by like they can see you in the camera.
Yeah, they can actually. They're just not paying any attention. So there's the New Mexico. Okay, let's see what this guy's up to.
Oh, wait, do you have a New Mexico in your team?
Yes, but there's an enemy New Mexico over there. So we're in a super light cruiser, which is really dangerous.
Just run.
No, actually, because look where his guns are pointing.
Oh,
he's not paying any attention.
He's not paying attention to you.
So he's getting rushed by the Farragut. So he's probably...
Ooh, good distraction, Farragut.
Yeah,
good
so
job.
He's probably after...
Is that what destroyers are supposed to do? Distract. They're a good distraction, and they're also a good, sneaky behind.
Okay, yeah. And I'm kind of pointing towards the Fuso, just dropping some torps on the New Mexico. So hopefully the Farragut can clean him up from here. Dropping another smoke. Now pay attention to what this Fuso is doing. Well, first of all, he's shooting at me, but he can't see me anymore because I'm in the smoke. So I'm setting him on fire, and I'm just watching. Wait, look at the torpedoes. You see this? he's moving forward. So the torpedo indicator was moving to the left. So he's moving forward. So I'm leading my torpedoes. So that New Mexico is still alive, and I think the Farragut has missed all his torpedoes. I'm still in the smoke, so he can't see me. But my smoke's almost gone, and there's a Congo and a Fuso right next to me.
And you still. Oh no.
Okay, there's 3 torpedoes on the Fuso, but now I have to run because there's New Mexico and there's a Fuso and a Congo behind me. Oops,
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Okay,
Do
let's.
you not have a repair set?
Oh no,
Wait,
I have just repaired. Okay, New Mexico is flooding.
New Mexico's about to die.
Is he gonna perma flood? Yeah, he dies.
You'll
Okay.
die.
So that's just the Congo and the Fuso, but 2 battleships, they can one-shot me from there. I'm on 6,000 health, so I'm gonna. This is what I have this.
Just run.
Yeah, this is what I have the speed for. I get the Congo on fire. He controls the fire. Can I get another fire maybe?
You know what I do in battles? I just press random buttons to see what they do.
And then
Not even trying to use them.
there's a New Mexico, but he's almost dead. Oh, okay,
He's dead.
That means that I'm now the last, the closest ship for these people to shoot at, which is not something I want. So
There's the Farragut over there.
I need to dodge that return salvo from the Fuso. Okay, he's missed me.
47 seconds.
Yeah,
Until you can.
We almost got this.
Regen.
No, that's alright. The battle's almost over. We only got 30 seconds.
Oh,
So
that's good.
that's as much health as I get, but my smoke's almost off cooldown.
You're definitely gonna win this. Your team is definitely gonna win this round.
Okay, that's another fire on the Fuso. And I think he damage con something, so he cannot control it again. Okay, smoke up. So the Congo cannot block me from over there. You see, this is what I meant with playing at range, because you can actually dodge salvos and shells pretty easily.
Like I said again, I just use all this stuff when I don't need to use it.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. Oh, okay, look, I got a big caliber still. I still got over 80,000.
Nice.
So you should make use of your
Victory dance. Oh yeah.
you should make use of your consumables. Just use them at the right time. Like for example, the smokes. No, they've saved me more than once here in this battle. And
That was a really good battle, actually.
yeah.
Bravo.
That was pretty neat. Okay, 80,000 damage.
80,000 damage with just a tier 6.
Yeah. Well, the enemy team has been very helpful in basically not paying any attention to me most of the battle.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But you know, the Sirius is a good ship. You just have to play her kind of like the Atlanta, like any light cruiser at this tier. You can absolutely not get shot at because you have no armor, and battleships can take half your health away with one salvo easily. So, the Sirius. She's a good ship.
And she's very serious.
Yes. She's a very good ship. You do have to know how to play her though. Because
it's like again, like say a lot of people know this, but like say you buy a really good ship for $100, like you buy like the best ship one of the best ships in the game for $100, and you think that you'll be better with that ship, but you don't actually know how to play the game, and you're not actually that good at the game. It's not really any use. It's kind of just a waste of $100.
Yeah, it's a premium ship, but it's a very interesting premium at tier 6, and like you just said, premiums don't make you win, so you do have to know how to play her.
You know what I just did? I made that mistake. You know how I said that if like say you spend $100 on a ship and you're not actually good at the game, once did that, the Marblehead. I'm not really good with that Marblehead.
That's true. You got the Marblehead, but you're not really that great on it.
I spent a lot of money on
You do need to practice a bit more. That would help.
I do really need to practice.
Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and thank you, buddy, for joining me.
Okay.
And I'll see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.